Hello everyone, I'm Surabhi. Welcome to my channel. Today's busy book is again for my 6-year-old. I'm working on maths this time again. Simple multiply graph, reading graph. Uh, we have not done it with her ever. Skip counting, more or less because confusion is still there. Simple additions and tens and ones because tens and ones she still gets confused. She doesn't prefer to use it yet, and there's no other way I can teach her addition of bigger numbers. So I want her to get comfortable with tens and ones. So we'll be practicing that. First is a multiply. So we have done multiplication with fingers, like two twos make four, or three make six, like that. Till 10 we have done. Here also I've kept very simple, more of a visual one. Again, we are starting multiplication, different form of multiplication. The intention is not to learn, tables and everything, but the intention is to get the concept of multiplication. So like 4 4 4 4, there are four boxes with four candles, no, four sticks. So dash sticks in one box, so one box has four sticks. How many sticks will be in the four boxes? There will be 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. She will do on fingers or skip counting, and then say 16 sticks in four boxes, so it is 4 into 4 is equal to 16. Again, I'm going to teach her that this is what is addition. I'll explain it. This is what is multiplication. You add multiple times to make multiplication, and it is just a simple form of writing a long addition. That is how I'm going to approach multiplication with her when I'm trying to explain what is multiplication uh, in a you know book form, or like in a maths problem world, rather than just on fingers. This is a graph thing. We have not done it. I hope she can do it easily because it's my intention she can do it easily. Like I have just three, and I have drawn dots for each. So A has how many dots? B has how many dots? Dash has more dots than B. So visually you can see C has more dots than B. B has dash more dots than A. So again, when we do visually comparison, we can see B has two more dots than A. That's why why I saw it, because when I was seeing the multiplication questions for my 7-year-old, I realized that you can add multiplication concept in graphs. And then I realized that I never did graph with my 6-year-old ever. So yeah, so I'm trying to add the graph problems in her, so that when we move later on in later years for graphing, she knows what it is about. Here we are doing simple patterns, so simple skip counting, skip by 2, skip by 3, skip by 4. uh, in That's again my understanding. For multiplication you should know skip counting, and she knows 2 and 5 very easily. 3 and 4 she still is not very fluent in it, so that's what we are going to practice more and more skip counting to build our fluency level in skip counting, so that we can do multiplication in the later years. Here again, more or less kind of graphing thing. How many more dot than star? So you can visually say 2. How many less square than star? Again, when I'm writing very very simple sentences, I'm not going to read for her, because I want her to get used to reading in maths. So till now she was very happy with maths because it doesn't have any reading. She was good at numbers, addition, subtraction, money, time. She really loved it, and English was literally haunting for her. So now when English is coming to maths, which I realized that in P1 P2 everything is sentence based, and Singapore curriculum I was looking at, so there is no escape. She has to learn these simple words in maths, and hopefully she doesn't get scared of maths also now, but yeah, we will see. So I'm trying to make very small sentences, small words in my busy books if maths, so that she can read and feel happy about it and confident about it. This is very simple for her. Make using right side numbers, like you to make 6. So 4 plus 2, 6. Which two numbers have to be joined to make the number 11? 6 plus 5, 11. It's again more of fluency thing that it should come to your mind like just now, that 6 plus 5 is equal to 11, or 8 plus 8 is equal to 16. So 8 is here, and 7 and 1 come together make 16. So we need to still practice a lot here with my younger one, because these concepts take time with her. 1 more than 5, very easy. Dash is 1 more than 3. Again, here intention is to read the sentence and Then infer, or calculation, do it. Calculation is easy part. Read the sentence and infer the information. That is what we're trying to do here. It's a small statement question. Again, if you see, my words are very simple so that she doesn't get scared of reading. Sam has 11 toys. He gives some to Joan. He has 4 left. How many toys he gave to Joan? So I'll expect her to infer the information uh, and then write it in a statement and can be calculated. So if I tell her verbally myself, she'll be able to do the question. But will she be able to infer the information? That's what we are practicing now. Um, these words she can read. They are mostly phonics word, or she has read these words in spelling. We have done it. So just still making it a little light. 12. She has to read and write the number. 50, 14, 7. All these numbers are easy for her to read. So that's just a easy out. Here we are doing simple addition. Dash plus 6 is equal to 17. Dash plus 8. Again, these questions I realized that when I'm doing in practical life with her, she needs more practice here. So she, when she looks in these boxes, she is able to do it. But when I'm doing verbally with her in a real life scenario, like I have to give auntie $20. I already have $8. How many more should I get out of my bag? She gets confused. So that's what I realized, that I need to practice this more and more. Till she gets the confidence about this concept. So we're doing it, still doing it. Again, tens and ones will be added in most of my busy books because we are still working on it. 1 tens and 3 ones is 13, 20 ones is 20, 1 10 and 1 1 is 11. Which is the greatest? So basically, she has read these numbers and tell me which is the greatest A, B, C, and which is the smallest. So till she gets tens and ones, we are going to practice it again and again. And this one, again, this is kind of number bond concept, which I always tell her that bigger number will be when two numbers get added, the third number will be bigger than this. So like, yeah, it will happen. So when I'm giving you 3 numbers, you don't need to use your brain or do addition. Just see which is the biggest number, put it here, and rest to here. So I think it's more of a fluency flow kind of thing. We are still going to do it and try to make equations basically, because all the statement questions need equations. So yeah, so we are going to, I have given the simple numbers, one plus sign and minus sign, so it will be written biggest number will be here 82 minus 50, it will be equal to 32. So that's what we are going to tell her, that bigger number goes, tell her, she knows it, that the biggest number will be the addition solution, and biggest number is from where we subtract, all those things. So we are going to practice that here. So it's all as a busy book, and hope you enjoyed it. Bye bye.